to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Всех приветствую, друзья, на своем канале. Сегодня у нас будет прохождение Alan Wake2. Если честно, второй раз уже записываю это видео. Первый раз со звуком была какая-то проблема. Но далеко пройти не успел. Сейчас посмотрим, что вообще представляет из себя эта игра. Ну и в целом поглядим. Играем мы все так же за какого-то голого мужичка, ну что и в первый раз. Да, ну, посмотрим. Я так понимаю, они нас видят, да? Но решили пройти просто мимо. Я понял, я понял. Да, кстати, по поводу того, кто это, дальше в видео. Дальше по сюжету игры поймете, кто он, что он и почему он сейчас голый и в лесу. Тоже далее чуть подробнее расскажу. Ну, по графике, кстати, вот, да, олень. Ну, я его видел второй раз уже. Вот это у нас сам Алан Уэйк. Так, здесь по сюжету игры мы будем играть сразу двух персонажей, как я понял. Это у нас агент ФБР Сага Андерсон. Ну и сам Алан Уэйк, естественно. Поэтому ждем, смотрим. Да, здесь от каких-то типов надо будет еще нам убегать. Ну, тоже посмотрим дальше. Вот так, мы сюда бежим. Здесь можно остановиться сразу, дать себя убить. Но это для тех, кто будет, если проходить. Либо можете просто побегать от них. Исход один и тот же. Поэтому бесполезно. О, вот, все. Первый поехал. Да, тут. Беги, не беги, они все равно догонят. Типа 3 раза стрельнули. Ему вообще похер. Вот такой вот у нас небольшое приветствие во втором Алан Вейке. Да, кстати, ребят, смотрите, не читаю субтитры. Если надо будет, в комментариях напишите. Ну, если кто, допустим, сам не хочет. Вообще без проблем.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Качество графики в кастанах, конечно, бомбическое, ребят. Он на видео не так сильно будет видно, наверное. Но вот я сейчас сижу, играю, прям вообще бомба. Но это только касцена. Ну, там, кстати, Сага Андерсон. Будем за нее и играть. И напарника ее.
Glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
Ну вот, собственно, здесь и было преступление, как я понимаю.
There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Возвращение. Приглашение. Понял. Карта. Смотрим. Хорошо, карта прогружается, как всегда. А вот он, пойдем.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Спасибо, спасибо. Ну, поехали к телу.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far.
Что-то типа
The
чертогов
mind
разума ее.
place. My version of the mind palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the mind place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Угу. Здесь, я так понимаю, у нее эти... То, что по убийству. Так, в окрестностях Брайтон Фоллс продолжается череда убийств. Чтобы найти душегуба, нам нужно установить связь между преступлениями. Здесь, получается, у нее 3 человека. О пропаже жертвы заявили в 2010 году. В 2012 году тело нашли в неглубокой могиле. Труп обнаружили в озере Колдрон в 2018. Какие органы отсутствуют. Рыбы постарались. Судя по состоянию тела, оно не могло провести 8 лет в воде. Ну, логично. Обнаружено 2 недели назад. Причина смерти — рана грудной клетки. Надписи на теле не разобрать. Ну, вот, собственно, и интересные моменты здесь. То, чем, как их убивали. Все тела раздуты. Вот все. Здесь у нас что? На 2 убитых видны синяки. Жертвы связывали ремнями. Ну, вот последняя жертва умерла от травмы грудной клетки. Совпадает с убийством в 2018 году. Трудно утверждать ввиду состояния тела. Труп побывал в воде, вот почему его так раздуло. Но только одну жертву обнаружили в водоеме. Угу. Вот и все. Здесь орудие убийства, фотки. А еще сюда вернемся.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge.
Побежал.
Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Вот он пока не побежит, ты тоже... Пока я не побегу, он не побежит. Ну, блядь, бред. Давай. Все, здесь я братишку обгоню. Потому что, блядь, от него толку.
Okay, nature. Gives me a headache.
Слишком медленный, блядь.
Much sky.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Бежишь там? На, конечно.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Did not want to swap. No, I'm not getting. Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case
привет,
solved. Now the
брат.
body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, the FBI, huh?
Ну,
That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
что-то наша подруга нашла.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Сердце
The killer
валяется.
left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Ой-ой-ой, не могу повесить. Первое.
Heart removed from chest. Strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about. Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale. Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Да, вот как раз то, о чем я говорил в начале, что дальше расскажут, кто это.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Ну вот, блядь, до чего алкашка доводит. Вот того, что потом лежишь на столе, блядь,
Someone left in
разделанный.
a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Угу.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Тут у нас вроде все, да, поэтому сейчас посмотрим.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Угу.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Вот потому что, сестренка, блядь, потому что.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Угу, давай глянем. Найтингейл.
Agent
Пропавший.
Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Жутко, конечно, блядь. Что мы там еще нашли про Найтингела? Найтингейл, видимо, пришел с озера, но почему сейчас, спустя 13 лет? Где он был? Хороший вопрос. Очень хороший вопрос. Как это связано с Найтингейлом?
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Лайкхаус.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
Угу. Душевно
Nice
поговорили.
talking to you too.
Вот-вот, рада была пообщаться, блядь. Так.
A creepy twig sculpture?
Кула из прутиков. Жутковато.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Да, интересно. Так, с сундуком. Там сундук на улице стоит. Что это у нас? Говорят, что озеро это кальдера, то есть образовалось оно на месте извержения вулкана и выжженным потоком лавы трещине. Но что, если это не так? Что, если это творение не природы, а рук человека, а не просто для красоты? Я думаю, что вулкан тут ни при чем. Его создали и создали с определенной целью. Озеро — это тайник. Подводной гладью скрыт секретный механизм, который только и ждет, когда нажмут на кнопку. А люди с кнопкой, они в том большом доме у озера готовятся не пойми к чему. Уж я-то знаю. Да, тут какие-то теории заговора строятся и строились. Да, интересно на самом деле. Ладно, тайник. Вот он. Я его как-то
Wonder what's inside.
открыл. Интересно, что внутри.
I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Надо смотреться. Запутался. Достань. Запомни след, помой руки. Достань курицу из морозилки, поспи. Вот так вот. Мгм. Я даже уже не помню, что я здесь выбирал. Как-то вот так вот было, что-то такое. А может и нет. Что-то в этом духе. Помню, что вот второе это были точно песочные часы. Ну вот, символ. А потом я не помню. Во. Все, я же говорю, ну, да, открывался. Если ты не един с деревьями, руки прочь. Хорошо. Ну все. Здесь мы открыли. Пора возвращаться. О, привет, брат.
Welcome back, Anderson. This is one of your hunches, Anderson?
Ну,
Did
привет.
something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me.
Tracks.
Следы.
Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense. I didn't know trees.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Ну, ты возьмешь этот лист бумаги сегодня, нет? На что ты тут смотришь? Подруга, возьми лист бумаги. Спасибо.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
Ну, вот сейчас посмотрим, что за прикол.
It's for us. The text is about us.
Ее оставили для нас.
The victim was one of their own.
Жертвой был их коллега.
FBI Special
Специальный
Agent
агент
Robert
ФБР
Nightingale.
Nightingale.
And then there was the
А
page they
еще
found.
они нашли страницу.
The first step down
Первый
into
прыжок на
terrifying
пути в
depths.
кошмарные глубины.
Reading
Reading
the
the
words.
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Жутковато, ребят, жутковато.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Ну, посмотрим. Так. Надо Добавляем.
I think he came from
Слишком
the
мало
lake,
зацепок.
but his tracks make no
Бессмыслица.
sense.
Неверные вопросы. Так, ну а это... Ага. Что-нибудь еще? А, ну здесь что-то еще будет. Так, значит, убитый следит за нами. Давай поиграем. Давай поиграем. Че нет-то, блядь?
I should profile Nightingale about this page.
Пойдем уже, нет? Или стоять будем? Давай, беги. Я хочу отсюда.
I'll be back in a second.
Ой, какой дом. Трэш. Что за домина? Здесь, короче, ничего нет, да? Там обрыв. Брат, ты где? Внизу стоишь? Нет, не стоишь. Ля, ну все, бля, потерял его. А нет, вот магазин.
Hey, you made it back. Good.
Ну конечно,
I
а
hope you
куда мы
didn't get
денемся?
stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Ну? Что, мы стоять будем здесь или что? Что ты молчишь? Ну все, посмотреть я больше ничего не могу. Сука, говори, блядь. Кто-нибудь, что дальше-то? Что? Все? Или мне надо что здесь посмотреть? А, вот еще
We
какая-то
found a page in the
страница.
woods. A story about these events. What is
Бля,
Nightingale's
туннельное
role in
зрение,
this?
я в ахуе.
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Вот так вот, блядь, докопалась до истины, да?
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Логично. Все, поехали. Здесь я изучила все. Нужно доставить тело в город для обследования. Ну,
Hey,
поехали.
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Обалдеть. Ну, спасибо, брат.
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Так. Куда мы сейчас направимся? В город? Брайтон Фоллс?
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
Tripod for a camera?
Штатли для камеры.
To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why
Типа
take
такой
out his
штатив для
heart
камеры.
just to throw it away?
Stuff in something
Ну,
for
типа как вопросы по штативу по камере были. Отвлекся. Это что у нас здесь? Что мы можем что прочитать?
The Federal Bureau of
Бюро
Control.
контроля.
That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. Only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Here we are. Let's drive back
Бля,
to
вот
town
сразу
and meet the
нельзя
sheriff
было
at the
так.
diner.
Чтобы мы через эту калитку прошли. На, поехали. Брайтон Фоллс.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
А вот и сам
Need to swing
городок.
by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
FBI.
The diner's just up the waterfront.
Ну, пойдем.
Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hi.
Привет.
Just
Привет.
how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's all right.
NPC вроде заняты своими делами, да?
Oh dear. Cute.
Это кафешка. Нам сюда? Да.
Let me guess. The FBI.
Ой, блядь,
Welcome
как
to
ты
Bright
понял?
Falls. It's nice to have you here.
Ей.
I got you both some
У
coffee.
тебя в детективы
Oh,
надо?
it's
Нам?
Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
А, брат, еще
You know, I wouldn't
замотался,
say
нахуй,
no to
забегался,
another.
ебать.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Bright.
Блядь.
And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like
Да, на кого
suspects.
ты похож, ёп?
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Ну, пойдем.
We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides
Не, явно не вы.
victims go missing?
Sure. But it's
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
Давай, давай, давай.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
По-любому.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
Ну, логично.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree. Cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Угу. Что-то они, блядь.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the writer fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth. The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fez.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
О, блядь,
How do you know I have a
происходит?
daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
Нихуя себе. Больше, собственно, и сказать нечего. Нихуя.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Шериф,
Hey, what do you know about
можешь
that
побыстрее
waitress
идти,
from the
пожалуйста?
diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Ну, блядь, мне, короче, интересно, откуда она, блядь, знает про ее дочь. Даже я не знаю про ее дочь.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring
Блядь,
budget.
ты задолбал
I guess
толкаться
you guys don't have
нахуй.
that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
А, ну а сейчас будет вообще с кайфом труп вскрывать, я понял, блядь. Тут бы можно и фонарик было включить на самом деле, и света побольше сделать.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Шо, брат? А, понял, ты тоже, да? Вообще похуй тебе.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? This looks like
Какая
text.
причина?
A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Бля, на сердце что-то написали? Я в шоке, блядь.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Давай смотреть. Убийцы оставили надпись на сердце. Как? Не могу разобрать слова. Ну...
No.
Причина смерти. Похоже, Найтингейл сопротивлялся, пока его не усмирили. На момент привязывания жертвы была жива, непонятно. Когда тело раздуло.
Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is
Так я и
bloated.
думал, в ране находится какой-то
Waterlogged.
предмет.
Doesn't add up. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Бля, очень интересно. Не серийный убийца-одиночка, а группа злоумышленников, культ дерева. Дело приняло новый оборот, нужно начать расследование заново, собрать новое досье. Ну давай так и сделаем.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
Что такое? Запертый ящик с припасами культистов. Внутри нашлось кое-что полезное. Ну да, согласен. Все? Да, кстати, осмотреться бы здесь, что здесь интересное есть. Такое, даже комната какая-то есть. Что? Я вышел? А, прикольно. Подруга, блядь, куда лезешь? Фу. биться сердце перестало. Что это? Да, нихуя себе.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
А еще какие-то страницы нашли.
No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Ёб твою. Ебать, что происходит? Куда шериф делся? Ебать, мой рот. Интересно на самом-то деле.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Ведьма, тебя сюда привел Хемингуэй. Что? Что-то что интересное? Невозможно попасть. Еби, да сердце перестало.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Так, убежище на часть здоровья, если вы покинете убежище или будете атаковать из него, его он станет. Все, я понял. Да понятное дело. Отдохнуть?
Vanished.
Ёбнешься, ребята, это пиздец. Я думаю, на этом сегодня и закончим. Глава у нас как раз закончилась, мы ее допрошли. Ну что могу сказать по первому впечатлению? Да, я говорил, что это второй раз я уже прохожу ее, но до сюда я не доходил еще. Бля, ребята, я думаю, будет вторая часть и третья. Скорее всего, даже мы ее и до конца пройдем. Потому что в целом игра, ну, меня заинтересовала. Даже больше скажу, хочется играть и играть. Но думаю, на сегодня достаточно. Так сказать, первый взгляд на игру увидели, посмотрели. Да, по поводу чтения диалогов, если вдруг надо будет, пишите, буду читать. А так, в целом, спасибо всем на видео заходящим. Не забывайте ставить лайк, комментарии оставлять, чтобы видео продвинулось в топы. Ну и все, всем спасибо. Хорошего вечера, дня.